Hey guys, so I'm in my new apartment, so I still have to like rearrange things a little bit here and there, but I'm gonna give you guys like a quick little tour of this room right now so you can see what it looks like. And as you can see, like I have like a lot of things on the wall. I have a new bookshelf, I have a new desk where I'm gonna do all of my editing. I'm obsessed with it. It is my dream come true. I have always wanted a beautiful little workspace where I can just do all of my work and just feel like a little bit more legitimate than I am, even though I'm really not. Also, Frank has come here to join us for this video. And yeah, so I'm in a new apartment. If you guys want an apartment tour, click the thumbs up. So I asked you guys on Instagram to ask me whatever questions you may have for me. And if you don't already follow me on Instagram, my username is right here. And also make sure to check out my Patreon in the links below. Tiers start at $1 a month and you get exclusive, never before seen content on there. So yeah, anyways, let's cut the chit chat and get on to this Q&A. First question is from Dwayne28. I'm having gastric sleeve surgery in a week. What are your thoughts on weight loss surgery? So maybe you don't know, maybe you do know. Over a year ago, I had something called liposculpture. I got my stomach sculpted a little bit just to give it a little bit more definition and just like make it look less like a blob. I think it was one of the greatest things I did for myself. Gastric sleeve is obviously something that carries a lot more risks and is obviously something more drastic. If you have made this decision because it is something that's going to have a huge impact on your overall health and could possibly even like save your life, I think that's amazing. As long as you have done all of your research and you're going to a good doctor, by all means go for it. I think it's really brave and amazing that you are taking the initiative. Johannes Nielsen, what long-term plan do you have in place to manage your health? I have been saying no a lot, and that is like my health plan going forward. So each time my friends text me like, hey Steph, you want to go to this concert? Or hey Steph, you want to go to this place or this festival? I'm just saying no, because I can't afford to get sick anymore. I'm just trying to be more responsible and make more responsible decisions. I'm a people pleaser, and sometimes I think more about others and pleasing others than I do about myself. So now I'm just really focusing on what is best for me and not endangering my life by going out and hanging out and drinking and partying like I used to. And so far it has benefited me so much. I actually haven't had an infection or a virus in the past 5 months, which in my life in general, not just since my diagnosis, has been completely unheard of. I'm one of those people that's sick all the time, like every other week. And to go 5 months without being sick at all is incredible, and I want to keep it up. And it's really motivating me to just like worry more about myself. Life for me when, how many languages do you speak? If you have children, what language will you communicate in? Or maybe multiple languages. What's your favorite language to hear? I speak Czech and English fluently, and so if I do have children in the future, I will want to teach them both of those languages. Otherwise, you know, it might be a little hard to communicate with them if they speak a completely different language than me. Definitely will be making them bilingual. They have to do it. No, they absolutely have to be bilingual because my family is both Czech and English. Some speak Czech, some speak English, and very few speak both. So that is crucial. And my favorite language to hear is French. I took 5 years of advanced French, even though I'm absolutely terrible at it, but I'm trying. I've got that Duolingo app. Scott Bonacci. We all know you're beautiful, but who is the woman on the inside? What does she stand for? What's her mission in life? I think my mission in life previous to me getting sick was just to make myself as happy as possible, to just live a rich, fulfilling life and have lots and lots of experiences, take tons of risks, which was fun and great. But now that I am progressing into adulthood, I think that I am more family oriented, less about myself, living a peaceful, happy life, helping others, but also focusing on myself. Does this make sense? I don't know. I'm a little high right now. Shafi Shaf 814, are you still with James? If not, can I buy you dinner sometime? I'm still with James, but if you want to order me some pizza, that would be cool. Next question is from Marika Lisa. Has your severe physical illness affected your mental health? If it has, how have you been coping with it? And happy birthday. Thanks. So I actually managed to be really positive and happy most of the time. I do have my ups and downs just like any normal person does, but I think if you take into consideration all the health bullshit that I deal with, mentally I'm doing actually really well, because I see some people who don't have any physical health problems, but they're just always sad or anxious, and sometimes it makes me think that mental health is just as important as physical health, and I'm really happy and relieved that my mental health is good. But I will say I was on birth control for a very short period of time, and it made me so incredibly depressed. I was crying for no reason. I was crazy. I felt like a basket case. As soon as I got off of it, it was like a switch had shut off and I was just like a normal person again. Not AJ. What type of cheese is your favorite? Oh damn, this is like the toughest question I think I've ever gotten, because I love all cheeses. I don't know, I guess I'm just gonna have to go with like regular Swiss, because that's a cheese that I can like really power eat. Like if you give me one of those like packages of pre-sliced Swiss cheese, I can eat that whole thing in a day. Oh no, mozzarella. What am I fucking talking about? Mozzarella is the best because it goes on pizza. LeBron Stains, do you remember way back at Dewey's when you would try to get me to stop smoking out back and I never listened? So if you guys don't know, I spent a lot of time in my early 20s being a bartender at random sketchy bars, and one of the random sketchy bars that I worked at was a place called Dewey's Pub. It is no longer in business, so I can talk all the shit I want about it, but basically the place was a total hole in the wall. My patrons were mostly made up of toothless drug addicts, but at night my friends would come down and it would actually be really fun, and I got fired because I gave out way too many free drinks. Not the best choice. And yes, I do remember being very stern with you and trying to get you to stop smoking. You never listened to me, so that ain't cool. Next question is from Are You Kidding? Have you researched reincarnation and what do you know / feel about it? So yes, I have done some research about it, and it's something that I am pretty open to. I think that it is possible, but honestly, I don't know. I believe that there is this higher, greater power out there, and I feel like ever since I got sick, I have gotten just so much closer with that side of myself. I feel like I've gotten closer to God. That might sound really cheesy, but that's just like how I feel in my heart. I hope that if I do get reincarnated, I get reincarnated into a pug that's owned by someone like me. Zesty Armadillo, who by the way has the coolest username I think I've ever seen. Do you feel fulfilled or are you hungry to achieve more? If so, what? Yes, constantly. I feel like I have so much more untapped potential, and currently I'm just like working on a million things. I have so many little side projects that I'm working on. I don't really like to talk about because I just like to do it and then talk about it instead of like hyping people up. So hopefully all of these little side projects that I'm working on do materialize. Colleen C, how do you cope with the death in the family? My Nana died yesterday and I've been sad in bed all day. Looking forward to seeing this video. Love you and Frank. Oh, I love you too, and I'm so sorry. My thoughts go out to you and your family. I just lost my grandfather 6 months ago, and over 3 years ago I lost my dad, so I know how it feels. I'm very familiar with that feeling that you're feeling right now, and nothing that I say is gonna be a cure-all. You're going to be sad and you're going to go through a grieving process. I think that if you can, just try to focus on the good times that you had with your grandmother. I'm sure that's what she would want you to do. She wouldn't want to see you sad. You now have her looking over you and she's your guardian angel, and that's kind of like a beautiful way of looking at it. You're never going to stop missing your grandmother, but it does get a little bit easier with time. You do come to accept it. There will always be some pain attached to that. Everybody deals with death at one point or another, and it is just part of the human experience. Next question is from James T. Davidson, 1997. What's your favorite sports team / player? Do you watch anime? Do you play video games? So I'm not really big into sports, but lately I've been getting really into watching golf. I hate to say it, but I really love Tiger Woods. I saw him win this past weekend and it was really exciting, and that's the only sport I watch. I don't watch anime, and I do play video games, just not very often anymore, just because, I don't know, I never really get around to it. Dungeon 911, question, my lady. What's in the future for your next hair color adventure? I'm not sure. I think I'm gonna stick with this for a while, but you know, maybe, who knows? In 3 months I'll have a mental breakdown and dye my hair red. The Blue-Eyed Belle, new to watching your videos, and girl, you are so strong and gorgeous. What are your tips for being confident in your own skin? Well, that is the sweetest comment slash question ever. Thank you and welcome to my channel. I hope you've been enjoying it. So I'm not always 100% confident. Sometimes I have my little meltdowns where I'm like, oh my god. That's okay. You can't have perfect self-esteem 100% of the time, especially in this day and age where everyone is trying to appear flawless on social media. But I think just don't be hard on yourself. Don't compare yourself to other people. This is something that I do way too often. And when you start comparing yourself to other people, you're pretty much just setting yourself up for having low self-esteem. Try to recognize that you have your own unique, particular, special kind of beauty. And next question is from FJ Jerome 7, celebrity which inspires and motivates you in life. So I don't really follow too many celebrities, and the ones that I do, I feel like their lives are just so perfect looking and they sometimes appear to be a little bit shallow. But I do follow a few that do seem pretty real and down to earth and like people that I would want to be friends with. One of them is Kristen Bell. She is so hilarious, doesn't take herself too seriously, and I love that about her. And also I love the show The Good Place on Netflix. And then there is also Chrissy Teigen, who is like this beautiful supermodel, but she also is so real, has no shame in pointing out her flaws and shortcomings as a parent, and I just find her really endearing, inspiring. But you know, other than that, everybody else kind of freaking sucks. So yeah, that's gonna be it for today's Q&A. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Like I said in the beginning of this video, follow me on Instagram. Also, make sure to check out my Patreon. And if you guys didn't know, I'm doing a $200 giveaway on my Patreon, and everybody who pledges, even the $1 pledges, are eligible to win. Winner will be announced in about a week, so make sure you go check that out. And yeah, that's it for today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Click the thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!